Hey, what's up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to a new FIFA 17 Team of the Season player review. Let's take a look at the Russian striker, Tots Dzyuba. That's how I'm pronouncing his name anyway. Apologies if it's not 100% correct. So, the Russian striker is 89 rated with 80 pace, 86 dribbling, 90 shooting and 95 physical. He is a 6'5" striker as well, with the high medium work rates, right-footed with the average 3-star skills and weak foot. So this man mountain can fit into a couple of different teams just by linking him with this sort of front three that we've got going on here. Giuliano, Smolov and Dzyuba is a pretty awesome partnership, and it worked very well for me. This is the team that I actually used him in. Same front three, but just with a very stacked Premier League side underneath it. The likes of Team of the Season Michael Keane, Alonso, and even Player of the Year N'Golo Kante feature in this one. It was a solid team which won me Team of the Season Nacho Fernandez in the Daily Knockout Tournament. So moving on in to the in-game stats of this player. He's received 2 informs so far this year, and of course now a Team of the Season. On basic chemistry style, he does look pretty good. We're talking like 82 pace and stuff like that, which I thought was maybe a little bit low. I wanted to try and boost that more than anything. And of course, the agility and balance is so low that I wanted to try and boost them a little bit as well. Went with the engine chemistry style today, and as you can see, the stats look pretty awesome. We're talking 87 pace now, which is a lot more usable. However, the agility and balance didn't seem to really go up too much. It might have been a little bit too much of a reach to try and boost them somewhat. And I've got to say, that's probably one of the first negatives today, is that Tots Dzyuba is not an agile player, and he doesn't have good balance. He doesn't feel particularly great on the ball. And to be honest, I was expecting that. Like, I wasn't expecting him to feel amazing on the ball, you know. He's not like an Ibrahimovic who's super agile. He literally is a big brute 6'5" target man, in my opinion. And you definitely see that in the agility and balance stats. In my opinion, maybe don't try and boost them actually with the chemistry style, because it just didn't really help so much. Maybe try and boost him in other areas. And then the skill moves and weak foot combo, yeah, they're just distinctly average. You know, skill moves 3-star, that's not too bad. But weak foot, I kind of like a 4-star and above weak foot, and you definitely noticed it. You could only score the goals with his left foot when you're like inside the box, and it's almost like a guaranteed goal no matter what you do. Other than that, definitely stick to that right peg, and even his head, because let's face it, he's a 6'5" target man. And then the pace, we did boost it somewhat, and it wasn't too bad, but obviously he's not going to feel like the quickest player in game, because he's got such low agility and balance, and the fact that he is 6'5". But what I will give to him is that, you know, being such a tall and strong player, when he does get moving, it's quite difficult to stop him. And I feel like the Tots boost to get him up to that 80 pace, and we got him up to nearly 87. It didn't feel too bad in game, but definitely not the quickest player I've used this year. Moving on into the positives then. I actually had a really positive experience with this guy, and I know there are a couple of negatives, but they were just blatant ones which stood out to me. The actual positives completely and utterly outweigh the negatives in my opinion. The first thing you notice is just how tall he is. You know, he's a fantastic target man on this game. You could play him as a lone striker, but ideally play him up front with someone a little bit quicker than him. We were using Smolov, which was a great example. You know, he's got like 92 pace in game. So those two as a partnership were actually very good. And then we had a skillful player behind him in Giuliano, which added a bit of dribbling and flair to the team, of course, which Dzyuba doesn't really have. Positioning wise, really impressed with that from this guy. He literally was holding on to that last shoulder of the defender, not necessarily to make the run through, but to just be there ready for that ball to receive at his feet. And his ball control was superb. Great first touch, and actually movement on the ball once you get going with him. His dribbling was impressive for the stature of this player, but of course he just doesn't feel necessarily very agile in game. Strength is about as good as it's going to get. He's 99 strength before you even put a chemistry style on this player. So yeah, he's about the strongest player in the game. And being 6'5" as well, you definitely notice that. He is going to absolutely obliterate your opponent's defenders in any physical battles, which I really like. It's going to take a nice Team of the Season centre-back who's got the same sort of strength as this guy in order to really be able to deal with him. But even then, it's going to be a tough battle because Dzyuba is actually just so strong. And then His shot power and finishing, like overall his shooting in general, are pretty good. Don't really recommend the long shots, but anything inside the box, super powerful and super accurate into the bottom corner. A really solid striker. And probably the biggest positive that I can give this guy is that he is a great value for money player. When I sold him, he was like under 40,000 coins, and for a player which basically kept up with Team of the Season Smolov, I think he's a great option for your guys' Russian League sides. So let me know, guys, if you've used Tots Dzyuba in-game. Let me know what you think of him down below. Thanks so much for watching. I really recommend this guy, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.